Your hobbies in everyday life. These are the things that make you uniquely you. It might be different, but it's not necessarily weird. Sometimes these things can even influence how people see an INFJ. People can form an opinion about INFJs based on how they behave, the facial expressions they make, and all observable things about them. I'll show you how a person's opinion of an INFJ can change, good or bad. Before diving in further, you can stay up to date with all the latest happenings on the YouTube channel by turning on notifications. Number 10. Mind reader. Due to their high levels of empathy and intuition, INFJs are often viewed as mind readers or fortune tellers. The problem with intuitive is that they cannot be trusted to impose their judgments upon other people. For this reason, people who are possessive of their empathy are often lumped together as INFJ or indeed INTJs. This is not always the case though, because not all intuitives show empathy like most people would think. Most people that know them would think they were mind readers or tarot readers. Though they use their intuition to sense what other people are feeling, they are usually accurate in their guesses and have a good feeling about positive events. They are well known for their writing service and deserve a reputation for it as well. Whenever someone close to them tries out their service, the knowledge of it gets spread among folks. Number 9. Social recluse. Some people with INFJ personality types don't mind being treated as such. They embrace their introverted and very private nature, which is why they're prone to socializing just like any other introvert does. However, most especially when they're not in their best state. So, if you get them a dinner invitation or social gathering invitation, most likely they will turn it down. They would rather be alone and work on something. It all boils down to personal preference. Some people prefer having a big social circle, while others opt for a more intimate setting. There's no right or wrong answer there. Number 8. Out of touch. One thing that people often say about INFJs is that they are lost in their thoughts and have their heads in the clouds. It can come true sometimes, but most of the time those people just get lost in their thoughts and stay there. The reason for this is that most INFJ types, if not all, spend a lot of time thinking, and as such their thoughts can go wild and can lead to some wayward results. They may indeed seem out of touch with reality. Not all INFJs are the same. Some, for example, are very hardworking and can be detail people. So this opinion doesn't have to apply to everyone of this type. Number 7. Perfectionist. One of the stereotypical things about INFJ types is being perfectionists. They can't stand to miss out on any detail, which means that they'll go in depth about anything they happen to be talking about. INFJ types have their ways of articulating things and identifying with a variety of ideas. A lot of people who spend time and work with them may notice their tendencies to be quite specific and inflexible when it comes to their plans and projects. This is because INFJ types like to stick to their plans, especially since they put in a lot of work writing it out. Others might need some degree of flexibility to make the plan feasible, but INFJs also don't enjoy risky situations, which is why they plan carefully and are often precise in the execution of their ideas. They know that even a small thing can have a great impact, and this is why they take the time to be as careful as possible when executing it. Number 6. Gloomy. To some people, seeing a cheerful and lively INFJ is a rare sight, even the fact that they're indeed a rare group of personality types. INFJ types are not as showy with their emotions as other personality types are. Like any other type, they have a range of feelings. But unlike most people, there's not always an outward sign of those feelings. Sometimes they get lost in their thoughts and the preoccupations of what they're doing, which can be both good and bad. Indeed, INFJ types are just as capable of feeling a deep sense of happiness, joy, and even peace. But they might not show outward signs like a smile or laugh more often than others. They may seem unpleasant to people they don't know well, but outgoing and friendly with those close to them. And when they need to, they can shift their moods too. Number 5. Anxious. This can make things difficult for INFJ types. Add the outside pressure and all their responsibilities to the list, and it's clear that 9 is often a tough number to live. They are very caring and thoughtful and often get themselves incredibly involved in other people's issues. This can be worrisome for the INFJ, but they do it with the best intentions of it's a worthwhile cost to pay. Moreover, people with INFJ personality traits tend to dislike surprise departures. That's why they attempt to keep their lives at a manageable level. And, as much as possible, they want something they can reliably take care of. Number 4 is overly sensitive. They're sensitive at times, though it's not always the case. Larger things can affect them, but mostly they've had their hearts broken and know how to stay strong. HSP may often show sensitivity to situations and people around them, having their eating and sleeping cycles affected by the people they see or the conversations they hear. They are also sensitive about what others think of them, so it can be difficult for them to react appropriately in some instances. They may overreact to things sometimes too because they want to set a precedent. Yes, they may be too sensitive at times. But it's often because of a deeper reason. It may just be that for them, being too sensitive is a defense mechanism to keep themselves from being overwhelmed in tense situations or when it feels like others are stepping on their rights. Number 3, sincere. They're often seen as sincere because INTP types are always sincere individuals. One of the things they're known for is being very sincere. And this is also one of the things that draw people to them. They do something funny and have moments where they can't take themselves too seriously. This affords them the ability to be empathetic and compassionate, which is perfect for professions like counseling and medical care. But sometimes they take things too seriously, which can lead to burnout. People with strong integrity typically despise any form of lies and dishonesty, so it's understandable for them to become angry and distrustful when someone tells them something that falls under those categories. As a result, you should pay attention to what you tell them because it may end up harming future relationships. Friendships with INFJ people won't stand a chance if you ever lie to them, as they'll never forget and are not likely to forgive. Number 2, deep INFJ types aren't the best people for a live chat. They are great listeners. They tend to become quite close with people since INFJ types are very thoughtful and appreciative listeners. In addition, they observe more and tend to realize things that others might not notice, like the sun rising or setting. They often find a deeper meaning in little things that might seem mundane to some. I'm not that shallow. I go beyond the surface level and genuinely want to know how they're doing inside and out. What their thoughts are, how they feel, and why they say the things that they do. Number 1, compassionate. Most people view INFJs as such, but not surprising considering they often show strong empathy. Nice and getting thanks for their empathy, they're compassionate. They want to help but feel like there is nothing they can do. INFJs are often observers and onlookers who are only seen by those who know them well and read them easily, which means that when they sense something needs to be done, they don't feel like their input is enough. They feel responsible and undertake this responsibility willingly. INFJs may apply their color tint to the lenses through which they see the world, but is not just one hue. They understand that people see things differently, and for want of a better word or shade, people can be either blue or yellow tinted. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so I can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.